Good evening, everyone, and good evening, sir. Thank you for joining us here today. Today is the inaugural session and the first workshop of the Turing Machines Club under Wayanad House. So today we have with us Mr. Atul, sir, who is the course instructor for PDSA course. Uh, as all of you may know, the Turing Machines Club is a competitive programming club where we meet with like-minded people and develop our competitive programming skills through learning pathways provided by the club and weekly problem-solving sessions, the first of which will happen tonight and will end on Monday midnight. So I request all of you to join that as well after the session ends. And also in today's session, we have our guest speaker, Mr. Atul sir, who shall be telling us about competitive programming landscape and how we can make ourselves better participants in competitive programming and how we can aspire to become better at problem solving and so on. And after Atul sir's speaking, we shall also have a question and answer session. So we are all delighted to have you here and we welcome you. So first we shall start with a brief introductions by the core team of Turing Machines Club. Myself, Satish Chandra. I'm from Guwahati. I live in Guwahati, but I'm originally from Hyderabad. I'm the founder and joint secretary of the club Turing Machines. I'm a diploma level student. Now I shall ask my co-founder and joint secretary, Vivek, to give his introduction. Okay, it seems Vivek is not here. Then we shall proceed with the next person. Uh, Core team, kindly start with your introductions.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
Vivek
you are
joined.
audible.
You're
Yeah.
audible.
Yeah. Okay, just a minute. Okay. Sorry for being late. Hello. Myself Vivek Raj. Uh, I am co-founder of this Turing Machine Club. First of all, I welcome you all to this club and okay. Myself Vivek Raj, and I am from Gaya, Bihar. Currently, I am in Hyderabad. Okay. I come from a I am I come from a mathematics background. I am graduate in mathematics, and I am here a diploma level student here. Our vision for Turing Machine is multifaceted. Firstly, we aim to foster a collaborative environment where members can enhance their problem solving skills, engage in healthy competition, and contribute to each other's growth. We believe in the power of community, and by pooling our collaborative knowledge, we can achieve far more than we could do individually. Okay. I am genuinely excited about what we can achieve together, and I look forward to getting to know each of you as we embark on this coding adventure. Thank you for being a part of the Turing Machines, and here to a fantastic journey ahead. Thank you. I nominate Sayan to give an introduction.
Yeah, I guess we can go alphabetically, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Manan, why don't you start?
Manan, are you here? Manan?
Let's skip Manan then. Saranath, can you go ahead?
Yeah, sure. So hopefully I'm visible. So hello everyone, I am Sarnath. So I'm also a core member in this Turing Machine Club conducted by Wayanad House. So we are here for say having a very good discussion and also improvement in competitive programming, and that's why we have a special guest for this day, Atul sir, who is a course instructor for PDSA and as well as a course instructor for getting started with competitive programming from NPTEL. So myself, I am doing my last term of diploma in this degree So hopefully we have a nice time and also have discuss a lot of problems in competitive programming and improve our skills in that. So thank you. Let's move on to sign. Sign, yeah.
Yeah. Hey all. Hey everyone. So hope I'm audible. So I'm Sharon Ghosh. I'm from Kolkata, and I'm also a core-team member of the Turing Machines Club. And I'm in my penultimate term of diploma. So I'll complete diploma the next term and move into the degree level. So I'm equally enthusiastic about competitive programming as all of you. So that's the main reason why I've joined this club. And another reason is to have the regularity so that every day we can practice problems. And hopefully everyone is also utilizing the daily practice problem using that. So at least for me, that has been very useful for keeping the regularity in me. So yeah, that's all about me, I would say. And then let's move on to Prathamesh.
Hello. Yeah. Hello, I'm Prathamesh Gupta. I'm from Nagpur, and currently I'm in diploma level. And along with this, I'm also doing my BTech in CSE cybersecurity, and I'm responsible for the social media marketing of the CPT. Finance, Motion.
Sujan, kindly introduce yourself.
Yeah. Hello everyone. Today, myself Sujan. I'm from Vizag and I'm doing my programming diploma now, and I'm also a core member in the Turing Machines Club. I believe that consistency and knowing more ways to solve a single problem is the key attributes for a person to know competitive programming really well. If you really want to upskill in competitive programming, the key attributes are consistency and uh, knowing more than one way to solve a problem. In order to do that, we need people and collaborate environment where we can share each other's idea. So I'm really looking forward in working with you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. And now I request Mr. Gautam Madanini to kindly uh, welcome Sir to the club.
Good evening, Atul sir. This is Gautam, and on behalf of the Wayanad UHC, I welcome you to the first workshop held by the Competitive Programming Club of Wayanad House. We are grateful of you for sparing your time of your busy schedule to take your time on guide us on how to get started with competitive programming. So over to you, sir.
Okay, thanks, Gautam. Yeah, hi everyone. Hi, thanks, Satish. And I would like to say thanks to everyone of the everyone team member of this community, this Turing Machine community. So I'm very happy to see that you are creating this type of community. With actually, this type of community is very helpful for the students, those who are actually entered in this coding area first time. Okay, so before starting that, current presentation, first of all, I will again introduce myself. I think that most of you know me by the name, but okay, let me share my video on 1 second. Sorry. Yeah, hi. Okay, so I am Atul Pratap Singh, and I am currently a course instructor in IIT Madras, and I am currently handling. There are two programs actually, a BS degree program. In BS degree program, I am handling the programming course basically. I have worked in Python course, PDSA course, and C programming course, and also the application development course. Apart from that, I'm also working in the NPTEL course, which is the name is getting started with competitive programming course. Okay, and where we discussed about the programming problems, and that course is actually very good. So I'm working in this course from last 1 year, And before this program, actually before this IITM, I have also worked in as an assistant professor approx 8 years. Okay, so I will start the presentation. Let me share my screen. 1 second. Okay, I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Yes.
Yeah. So today I will discuss about the competitive programming. Okay, so and what are the agenda in the competitive programming discussion is, so we will discuss about the competitive programming and what are the benefits of the competitive programming, and then how we can start the competitive programming, what are the essential skills required for this competitive programming, and problem solving strategy, resource and community, and tips for success. So these are the agenda we will discuss during this meeting. So first things, actually, what is competitive programming actually? Okay, so this is the first question. When we just talk about this competitive programming, what is actually this competitive programming? Okay, so this is also we can just relate this competitive programming with the sports. Okay, so in you see that there are lots of sports is running, and there are lots of competition are happening in the sports. So where in some sports we are testing the physical skills, some sports we are checking the physical with the mind skills, and similar to this sports competitions. And this is also a sports, but this sports is actually testing the mind capability, and also it also tests the algorithmic and logical thinking capability. So we can also relate this competitive programming to a sports, and this is actually for the mind capability testing. And here this programming is also included, this programming term is also included. That means we are just talking about some programming things where we are testing this mind capability through the programming. Otherwise this competition is also happened with the mathematics and in the other area also. Okay, so this in the mathematics, if we talk about this in the form of puzzles, in form of different mathematical problems. But here what we are doing, we are just testing this mind capability using the programming skills. Okay, so after that we will talk about the history and growth of the competitive programming little bit. So initially when it start actually, so what are the origin of this competitive programming? So in late 20th century actually, there is one organization, IMO. This is International Mathematics Olympiad. Actually, at that time, this organization conducted this mathematical competition where it provides, it schedules some competitions based on the mathematical problems or puzzles. So after that, this concepts comes in the there is another organization, this Association for Computing Machinery. Actually, it started the competitions. Basically, this is very popular competition, ICPC, International Collegiate Programming Contest. It started on 1970s. At that time, they scheduled this programming contest for the college students in the offline mode. Okay, so after that, in 1990s to 2000, when the internet actually become started popular, then these online judges and platforms comes in the picture. Online judges means there are some application developed where these programming skills are actually started test there these application actually tested the programming skills by the test case and by the another things. Some we can set the criteria, and then based on that these online application actually test the skills of the programming skills. Okay, so this online platforms are created, and these internationalization and world finals. So these ICPC, so like this organization ICPC ACM organization is started conduct this globally contest actually in the 2000s. Actually they started this competition globally with the help of these online judges platforms. Okay, after that, at the in 2010, okay, in 2010 once more applications are developed, so this growth actually, this ICPC is still learning now. Okay, so it actually conduct a programming contest in every year. So they also actually expand your reachability in the globally with the help of these online platforms. So there are now many applications developed to test this competitive programming skills in 2010. Now after that, so I also remember that when I did my bachelor degree, at that time this competitive platforms was not actually much popular. At that time, actually these tech companies, if we talk about this Infosys, TCS, this popular company, during the placement actually they conduct a offline exam, reasoning, and based on the reasoning and aptitude test, and this invite all the students from the all streams, and they conduct this reasoning and aptitude test, and based on that they selected the students in the companies. But after that, once this online platforms comes in the education, so these companies are also actually like this testing tool, and they also adopt this platforms to select their students. Okay, so competitive programming is actually become popular after 2010, and it is also introduced in the education. Okay, now after when it introduced in the education, so companies is also selected for the placement for this online judges platforms. And after that, this community, once the platform is available, once the on internet is available, internet is also affordable, then actually this community building is started. Okay, so after many of the users actually face the difficulty during the uh, programming, so how they can solve their difficulty. So actually at that time this community is started, in this community they ask their query and they discuss some things related to the programming skills, and this community building is started from 2010 onwards, and this is now in continuing process. And now in the current times, now that there are lots of innovation is happening and lots of competitions are available by the different platforms. Now you can see there are lots of contests are providing by the different platforms, and you can participate, and there are lots of communities also developed to discuss lots of things related to the competitive programming. Okay, so there is one more studies happened based on the this education system. So if you see that, so according to this study, after every 5 to 10 year, actually some part of the syllabus which are actually currently we are using in the graduation or master in the master qualification, that is actually shifting to the higher secondary level. Okay, so before 2010, we just uh, if we see the before 2010, that actually this programming language and these things we just learned after the 12th standards. But now you can see the all the things are all the programming language, database, that HTML things, all these things are introduced before the 12th standards. So now you can think about that. This competitive programming is also, there is a big chance that should also be shifted to the student of the higher secondary student, those who are learning the programming language before the 12th standards. Okay, so this is the one study is happened actually for the education system. So now we'll talk about the benefits of the competitive programming. Those who enters the competitive programming, what benefits are there? So initially, when this competitive programming comes in the uh, education and this for the tech company, actually this many of the learners actually choose this competitive programming for their hobbies only. Okay, so after that they find it that this competitive programming skill is very fruitful for their future, for the career. Okay, so this is actually become a required skills for the companies also. Now companies is also looking the candidates those who have good uh, this competitive programming skills, or we can say that logical thinking skills, problem solving skills. So companies are also looking for these type of candidates, those who have good these logical skills or problem solving skills or coding skills. Okay, so now the benefits of the competitive programming, if we talk about, you can improve your problem solving skills. Okay, so in our previous education system, we talk about that system is actually works on the memory based learning. What you are learning, anytime that question will be asked, if you have already learned that part, and you can give the answer. Otherwise, if you not learn, then you cannot give the answer. But what happening in nowadays, actually, if you have learned something before in your education system, now companies are actually testing that how you can use your learning to solve any problem. Okay, so now problem solving skills, they are actually testing in the during the placement or selection process. So you can improve your problem solving skills by this competitive programming. Okay, you can also enhance your algorithmic thinking skills. Algorithmic thinking means how you can develop your algorithms to solve any problems. Algorithm is sequence of steps. Okay, this is the basic definition of the algorithm. How you can develop the step-by-step process to solve any problems. So this skills you can develop by this competitive programming. You can improve your coding skills also. Okay, so coding, this is basically based on the programming things. So definitely coding skills will also be improved. And increase the logical reasoning. So this is also related to the same things, problem solving skills and logical reasoning. You can now start think logically, okay, to solve the problems. And yeah, this is the point we have already discussed, provide career opportunity in tech companies. So most of the tech companies are now selecting the students by conducting some programming exam. So after competitive programming, you can develop all these skills, and you can ready to you can eligible to for the tech companies. Now, how we can start this competitive programming? So we'll talk about this. So basic first thing is the programming language. Okay, so now the programming language, you have already, if you are doing any IT course, any the CS course, definitely you will learn the any programming language. So initially now the Python is very become popular, but initially this competitive programming is started using the C++ and Java. Okay, now Python is also included in this category. So you can select any language which you are comfortable. If you know any language, you can go with that. Otherwise, if you don't know any language which is very common in the competitive programming, you can learn these very popular language, C++, Python and Java. Okay, C is also used, but actually C is a very limited language. There are lots of limitation. You cannot use object oriented things, and there are lots limitations are there. So you can choose any this object oriented language, this C++, Python, Java. Okay, so in our course you have already learned Python, so you can go with the Python. But most of the time this type of question is also asked, that which language is the better for the competitive programming. Okay, so because the C++ and Java is become more popular before the Python, so problems are also created based on the C++ and Java language. Okay, and C++ and Java is also faster than the Python language. So sometimes some coding platforms is actually also test the your speeds of the code, okay, time complexity of the code. So at that time C++ and Java codes are actually faster than the Python code. So otherwise there is no problem, you can also go with Python. So and you can, basically what we are doing, we are just improving our coding skills, logical thinking skills, problem solving skills. So you can choose any language. Okay, now you can select any platforms. You can select any platform or this online just platforms like this Codeforce, HackerRank and CodeSafe. There are lots of platforms are available now. So you can select any platform and you can start your learning on with the easy problems. I'm not saying that you can directly pick the random problem to start. Just start the solving from the easy problems, and Another thing is setting up a coding environment. You can also create the coding environment for your local system. You can just use any coding platform, coding IDE like this VS Code. There are lots of IDs are also available. You can select. Okay, so all these things are the required for the starting. You should comfortable with any one programming language. You should also you can also select any platform for starting the competitive programming, and you should also familiar with the IDs. Okay, now what are the essential skills is required to enter in the competitive programming? So you cannot so suppose if you have done 12th class just now, then you can directly not jump into the competitive programming. Before that, some skills is required. Okay, what are the basic things is required is mathematics. Okay, basic mathematics, we can see that number theory, combinatories and probabilities, this type of basic which you have already learned in the 12th. Okay, so still this is also a required things in the competitive programming. And another, the main very important thing is data structures. Okay, these are the very common data structure. If you have learned any language, C++, Java, Python, data structures are very important for the competitive programming skills. So here the very common data structures are array, linked list, stack, queue, tree, graph, etc. Okay, so these data structure is actually sometimes it provide a way to solve many problems. So like many problems can be solved using graph data structure easily. There are many standard algorithms are developed to solve many problems using the graph data structure. Okay, so where the graph data structure is very useful, that problem cannot be solved using the array or any basic data structure. So where the graph is actually very suited for that type of problems. So data structure knowledge is required, and algorithm knowledge is also required. So some algorithm, what is the basic common algorithm? If you have learned this sorting algorithm, searching, and algorithm strategy is also required, like this greedy algorithm strategy. Dynamic programming is very popular in the competitive programming. Okay, divide and conquer approach. So there are many algorithms which are already developed. You should know how that algorithm actually works. So actually those who create these competitive problems are actually create this problem based on some algorithms. Okay, they also just take the help, they also make any algorithm as a base of the problem, then create a story and then just give to you for the solving. Okay, so you should also know about these algorithms which is actually very popular to solve many problems. And after that, nowadays actually how which platform is more better, which platform is less better compared to the others. So this actually these platforms are also involving these complexity things in the problem solving skills. Now naive approach is not uh, good to solve in the programming problem. They are also setting the time limitations, they are also setting space limitation for your solution. If your solution is not faster, you maybe that solution will not pass the test cases for their problems. So your solution should also be a efficient solution in terms of time and in terms of space. So this complexity analysis should also be, you should know how we can analyze the complexity of the solution, how we can compute the time space complexity. All these things are required. You should know about these all these points: data structure, algorithm, and complexity analysis. Then we comes to the problem solving strategy. uh, if you have already create these skills in yourself, then you can come to the uh, competitive programming platform, and then you can start solving the problems. Now during the solving the problems, what strategy you can use? You can first thing, so understand the problem statement clearly. Okay, so this is the main problems most of the student actually faced. The problem statement is designed in that way on the competitive platform, so many times you will not get the clear idea what actually problem statement is asking. Okay, so there are some stories actually involved in the problem statement. So you have to identify the backend things of which is actually asking by the story. Okay, so what things is asking by the story, you have to identify the problems, what is the input is given, what output is required. By reading the problem statement, you have to understand the problem first, and you can also take the help of this sample test case, this public test case, to understand the problem. Okay, just first read the problem. If problem is not clear, then check the sample test case and just relate the problem statement with the sample test case and just understand what is actually asking. You can start with this strategy. After some times you will get clear idea how you can just go with the competitive problems. And another thing is plan and design your algorithms. So if the problem statement is clear, then you can think about the algorithms steps and how you can design the algorithms, and how you can design the efficient algorithms. Nowadays efficient algorithm is also required. So just think about this, and just start with simple test case. Just take some sample simple test case and just apply the dry run on your algorithms which you have developed, which the flow of steps which you have developed. Just apply the dry run of the small test case on the algorithm and test your algorithm. Your test algorithm is working fine and returning the correct output according to the problem statement, then you can move ahead. Now next step is optimize and analyze your code. So this is the another things. Sometimes maybe the output is correct, but still your code is not passing the test case on the competitive platforms. So at that time you have to think, you have to analyze your code, how you can improve the time complexity of your code, how you can optimize your code so your code will become efficient. Okay, now handle the edge cases also. So this edge cases is also a big problem on the competitive platform. Sometimes we just read the problem statement and we don't think much about the problem statement and start the coding. At that time you have to think about what possibility are there according to the problem statement for the input, what type of inputs are possible actually. So you have also think about this corner cases or edge cases during the algorithm creation. Okay, now last one is the debugging techniques. Definitely if you are writing something, so some error will come. Okay, so you should know how you can debug your error, how you can correct your code by this debugging techniques. You should also know that debugging techniques, how you can apply these debugging techniques during the code. So these are the steps you should follow uh, when you are just going, when you are solving any problems on the these competitive platforms. Okay, you can follow these steps. Now the resource and communities, yeah, still initially those who are very new in the codings and those who have just learned this basic data structure course and Python course and programming course, definitely you will face difficulty in the competitive platform. Because of that I'm saying that you can start with easy problems. Okay, then mediator this moderate problem, then difficult problems. So what actually for the to become an expert in this competitive programming, actually in the these problems are created actually by the using the subset of the problems. Okay, so every problems is a superset of some easy problems. So if you have already solved a good set of easy problems, so definitely that experience will be helpful to solve the other moderate problem and then that difficult table problems. Okay, so some online resource and community you can use. So like this online tutorials are available, online course are available, lots of course are available, this geeks for geeks, hacker rank, so where the solutions is also given for lots of problems. So you can go with the problems where the solutions are also available. And also some discussion is also they many platforms also provide the discussion uh, page. Okay, so they provide the problem statement, then coding environment, and also the discussion page. So you can also see the discussion on the for the problems, what others are thinking for the problem, how the others are actually developing the algorithms. So you can also go with, and also you can see the tutorial, just solve the problems. If you are comfortable in the sorting algorithm, just solve the problem which are related to the sorting. Okay, initially you can start in that way. If you are comfortable in the graphs algorithm, then you can just filter the problem which are actually based on the graphs algorithms, then solve all these problems. Okay, So actually it is a long process. This competitive programming skill is not a very short process. You cannot complete in 1 month, 2 months like this. This is a regularly, you can just continuously should be active on the platforms, maybe for 1 year, 2 year, 3 year. Okay. So otherwise books are also available now. On now this time most of the students actually not prefer the books, but you can also purchase the books. Actually there are many challenges and these puzzles types of problems are given. So there is one name is given here, competitive programming by Stephen Hale. And also you can also join this online coding community. Okay, so this community is also very helpful, where you can ask your query, you can also answer the other queries, and you can read the other queries. Okay, so all these things you should do, and it will improve your knowledge. Definitely it will improve your knowledge, everything. If you are answering the another query, and if you are teaching something to other, if you are learning from others, if you are just reading the other discussions, all these things are actually improve the your knowledge. And next is competitive programming forums. Yeah, so forum, our platform, we can say that. So there are lots of platforms are available. So many commons are this Code Force, top coders, and Lead Code, and Code Force, Hacker Rank. So you can just join the forum of these platforms and just read the discussion on the problems, how actually the others are actually thinking about the problems. Okay, so these community you can join. Now last thing is the tips for the success. Actually coding is not very interesting things for most of the students. If you are facing some difficulty in program, so definitely it will discourage to you. But this things you have to change in your mind. If so, failure is exist in every place. Okay, in the real life, in the business, in the any working area, failure is exist in every place. So if you anytime if you are facing the failure in your coding skills or things, that means you are just after crossing that failure, you will just learn a big knowledge. Okay, so what are the tips of the success is consistency. Yeah, this is the much important for the programming, or for the competitive programming. Consistency. Okay, so you have to sit regularly for the programming. At least you can make a target, like just one problem you can start in a 1 day. Okay, in that way you can solve 365 problem in 1 year. That is also a very big pool to start. Okay, so one problem in 1 day is not that much. You can start with the easy problems, but regularly you have to set. Okay, and also practice is also very important. Okay, if you are writing the solution for one problem, then once again think about the problems, the same problems, how you can improve this, how you can change the logic, how you can solve that same problem by the other logic. And also you can you can see the other solution, how the others are actually solving that problems. Okay, to understand the other logic to solve the same problems. Okay, so this practice regularly, participate in contest when you are feeling that you are enough comfortable to participate in the contest. So just participate it and evaluate yourself. Initially maybe the result will not according to you, but it will every so time to time this skills will be improved. Okay, study and analyze other solution. I've discussed these things. So also look to the other solution also. Okay, so how they are solving, how they what are the approach they are using, what algorithm they are using. So that will also increase your skills. And also discuss with the others. Okay, learn with the others. So that is also more important for the this competitive problems. Okay, discuss your solution with the others, teach your solution to the others, also learn from the others. Okay, don't get discouraged by failures. Yeah, this is I have discussed that. Don't stop at any time when you are facing the failure. Just cross them. Okay, just cover this failure by more learning, more effort. Okay, and keep improving. So this IT sector is basically a sector where the changes is happen regularly. Okay, so here you have to improve yourself regularly. Okay, you have to learn something new time to time. Okay, you cannot stop your learning in this area. So definitely, if you follow all these things, you can make your future brighter. Okay, yeah, that's it. And now if anyone have any questions, so now you can ask.
You can feel free to ask questions.
Yeah, everyone, please feel free to ask questions. Please raise your hand and ask your question one after other. And thank you so much, sir, for the insightful discussion on competitive programming.
Yeah, okay, welcome. Yeah, okay, so some ways. Mohit, yeah, Mohit, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Good evening,
Yeah, good evening.
and good evening to all the members of the club.
Yeah.
So, I have one question. As a data scientist student,
Hmm.
I've come across that fact that a language like R is something that they use in data science for statistical analysis.
Hmm.
Whereas here that R is something that you cannot use in competitive programming. Why is it so, sir?
So actually, because of that, I'm saying that now this uh, in this IT sector, actually changes are happening regularly. So maybe Python. So before 5 to 10 years, so Python was also not that much popular. Now Python become popular. So maybe if our language is contains very good features compared to the Python, so definitely the all content of this data science will be moved to the R language also. Now this time what they are feeling, so all the features which are providing by the R language, so they are also providing by the Python language. So if any times if R language gives more better feature compared to this Python language, so definitely this switch will happen slowly, not instantly. Okay, okay.
Yeah, and as a data scientist, can I also take part in competitive programming competitions?
Yeah, data scientist. So yeah, many platforms are also provided the problem related to this data science field. Okay, and this competitive programming is not just only to improve your coding skills for the tech companies, not only for this, is actually improving your programming skills, your logical thinking skills, and that logical thinking skills will also be helpful in your data science field. Okay, here you are improving your thinking skills. So once you improve your thinking skills, you can also use that skills in other area, the data science area. Otherwise, you that data science problems are also available in different platforms. You can also go with these platforms, and you can go with this data science area.
Okay, sir. And one last question. Is it true that data science and algorithms is the foundation for competitive programming?
Algorithm you are talking about?
DSA.
Yeah, DSA.
Is it
This is
the
data
foundation?
structure. Yeah, this is data structure and algorithm.
Is it the foundational for
Yes, definitely. Actually, DSA course is very important for the selection process. Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
actually, now time to time things are changing. Now the many companies are actually conduct one programming exam for the selection process, where they actually test your this skills, programming skills, this coding skills, or competitive programming skills. So data structure is by default is a base of this competitive programming. Okay, if you are good in data structure and algorithms, then that means then you can achieve the proficiency in competitive programming, then you can pass their exam.
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
so yeah, sometime before that actually asked the questions from the data structure and algorithm course in the interview or in the written exam or in some way. Okay, so data structure and algorithm is the base of the selection process, you can say that.
Yes, sir.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, any other queries, question?
So there are other questions too you can ask. So meanwhile, let me ask one major question which I have. So now people are more, say they are into app development and projects, showing that, and they are getting this offer letters and something like that. But on the other side, like, people are like also with, say they are obsessed with competitive programming. They want to crack that. They want to. So now, what should I like, uh, you know, placement point of view, building projects, because it also requires a different skill set, and the comparative programming, yeah, that, which can also help. So what should, say people concentrate on majorly, which can.
Yeah, so regarding this, actually both are important. Nowadays, what is happening? So many of the IITs students actually they are also participating in the competitive platforms, and they are also generating some rank on the popular this competitive platform, and they are mentioning this rank in their resumes
Mhm.
before the placements. So this actually rank in the competitive platforms is also create a impact uh, on the companies. That means you are very good in competitive programming. That means you are definitely, if you are good in the competitive programming, your logical thinking skills will be good, your coding skills will be good, then you can understand the problem easily, and then you can solve any problem easily in the company.
Mhm.
Okay, so that skills is also very important at this time. And that actually regarding this project skills, so that is actually the main things. If
Mhm.
you have work some things related to the work which actually you will do in the company,
Mhm.
so definitely they will test some things related to their work.
Mhm.
Okay, if you have developed some application in the med 1 and med 2 courses, so definitely they will ask what so if you are just going to the company which actually develops some application, okay, so definitely they will test that skills also.
Mhm.
Okay, do you, if you have any experience, if you have created any application before, so they will ask some queries related to that skills, that application development skills. So that is the other things. So both are the important things. If you have developed the application in the med 1 project, med 2 project, if you developed by yourself, so that means you know everything about your project.
Yeah,
At
exactly.
that time, if you mention that project in the CV, and the company will ask what you created, how you created, what technology you used, so definitely if you created, then you can tell all the answers.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay, so that skills is also required for the company. Otherwise, at many times when you are creating application and that required things for the company, at that time many new problems will come. And how at that time how you can think about uh, that problems, how you can solve quickly that problems, that skills will come from your this competitive programming skills. That is actually giving some idea that if you have already created some good rank on the competitive platform, so the company will also feel that you are good in logical thinking.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
so both skills are very required at this time, and in the future this competitive programming will become more required skills.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay, right now I assume that approx maximum 5 to 10% students are moving into these skills.
Yeah.
Okay, and company are also moving to this area to select the students.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
That is nice.
yeah,
Any more questions from anyone? They are very feel. Please feel free to ask this.
yeah, any other query anyone have?
I have knowledge of Python up to SQL, and that too at a school level.
Mhm.
So, do I have to improve my Python skills a little bit more up to the competitive programming level, or is that fine?
Actually there is no limit for the improving yourself. Okay, this is the long term process, so just continue link with this programming. Don't left this programming skills. Okay, if you have already done programming in some place in the in your higher this before the 12th, okay, standards, and if here you are again learning the same things, still it is not stoppable things. You cannot stop at this time. Still you have to improve yourself time to time. Okay, so just connect with the computer programming platforms and solve new problems regularly. Okay, that will improve your skills for the future. Okay, definitely if you have done these things, so just improve your, every time you will learn new things.
Okay, sir. And is Python still relevant for competitive programming?
Yeah, definitely. Now Python is very common for the competitive platforms also.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so no need to change the language to learn the competitive programming. If you are enough comfortable in Python, just go ahead with the Python.
Okay, sir.
Okay,
How
at the
many
start
languages should we learn at max?
you can learn. Actually, language is not the difficult things. If you are good enough in the one programming language, you can easily switch to the another programming language. If you know the concept of object oriented, if you know the concept of each programming things related, like this class, object, and for loop, control statement, if you are comfortable with all, you can easily switch with the other language. You need to learn only syntax.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so that is not a big problem. If you just make yourself comfortable in one language first. Okay, if
Okay, sir.
right now you feel that you are good in Python, just go with the Python.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, any other query? Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, sir. It's a small query. I mean, I see whenever I write a contest in CodeChef and all, I see that when I write code in Python, it usually comes for 2 seconds and 3 seconds. And the same code when I write in C++ or C, it comes in like milliseconds or like that. Will
Yeah,
it
because
make
of that, I
bigger
said
difference?
that actually these language C++ and these Java are faster than the this Python language.
Yes, sir.
So
I mean,
if you are starting in the computer science area, IT area, at that time, if you are not know any language, then you can select the C++ and Java language at the initial time. But if you have already learned one language, Python, or if you have already comfortable with any one language, then go with that language for the competitive programming. Later you can switch the language also. Okay, so as I said, only syntax is changed. Otherwise concepts are same for all languages.
okay, sir.
Okay, as yeah, these C++ and C, and these are the faster languages, okay, compared to the Python. So sometimes the problems takes less time. The C++ takes less time. Okay.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay. Any other?
Any other doubts? Maybe.
Okay.
It was a very interactive session, and
Okay. If anyone have any doubt, I am writing my email, so you can also connect with me through my email. So I'm writing in the chat. Okay. So you can connect with me through this email. I hope there is no query, Sanat. So thanks
yeah,
everyone.
yeah.
Okay,
So yeah,
you can go.
yeah, sure, yeah. So now Satish will like continue. Yeah,
So thank you everyone for joining us here tonight. We know we've taken a lot of time out of your weekend, so we are really grateful that you are here with us, and we hope that you have taken away meaningful learnings from this session. And if you have any further questions, please reach out to Atul sir on his email. The email will be shared on the group as well. And we would also like to extend our heartiest gratitude towards Atul sir for taking time off out of his weekend and spending so much time with us with the wonderful PPT and patiently answering all the questions. And we would also like to thank Wayanad House for supporting us in this endeavor and also being supporting throughout our initiatives, through all our initiatives from the very beginning. And last but not the least, a big shout out goes to the core team for pulling this off, and also to Sarnath for contacting Sir and bringing him to interact with you all today here. Thank you so much, everyone. With that, I bid you all goodbye. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Enjoy your weekend. And also do not forget to take part in the contest that we have for all of you. Details will be shared in the group. Thank you so much.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.